Perfectionism quietly builds invisible walls, trapping you between fear of mistakes and the pressure to never let yourself or others down. But Kierkegaard can show you a softer way to move forward. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Kierkegaard teaches us that we do not have to resolve every uncertainty before we act. The foundation of a meaningful life isn't getting everything right, but finding the courage to move ahead even when the outcome is unclear. Instead of fighting uncertainty, he invites us to make peace with it, knowing that the world will never offer us perfect clarity. The first step is gently accepting that uncertainty is an unavoidable part of every meaningful action. You will never possess all the information, skills, or guarantees you wish you had before beginning a project or making a decision. Kierkegaard calls this the leap, choosing to move forward not because you are certain, but because staying still is no longer an option. Each time you catch yourself waiting to feel perfectly ready, remind yourself, readiness is grown in the process, not before it starts. Next, remember that nobody's life is a continuous line of carefully mapped perfection, not even the people who seem most flawless from the outside. Kierkegaard suggests that what matters is your relationship with your own choices. Let yourself reflect briefly on the past, enough to learn, but do not let it paralyze your present. You can understand why you seek perfection by looking back, but you can only build your life by acting now, embracing imperfect steps forward as the only real way to move. It can also help to shift your focus from outcomes to intention. When perfectionism urges you to fixate on never making mistakes, gently turn your attention to the values driving your actions. Ask yourself, what do I care about here? What matters to me in this task or relationship? Kierkegaard believed that subjective commitment, showing up wholeheartedly, even amid doubt, is more meaningful than reaching an abstract, flawless standard. Allow yourself to care more about honest engagement than error-free performance, and see how much lighter you feel. If this speaks to you, consider subscribing. This is a quiet space for exploring mental clarity, emotional strength, and the patterns that shape our minds. Share your experience in the comments if you feel like it. Finally, offer yourself a little self-compassion each time you notice old perfectionist patterns. You can thank your mind for trying to keep you safe and respected, but you do not have to obey its demands for certainty or control. Each imperfect attempt, each step forward taken without guarantees, is an act of courage that helps quiet the pressure of perfection and makes your life your own. As you go forward, remember, it is not your job to predict every outcome or to be flawless in each moment. It is enough to move forward, imperfectly, learning as you go. Be gentle with yourself. Uncertainty will always accompany meaningful effort. With each step, you show yourself that you can live even with doubts, and that this in itself is a quiet, everyday kind of bravery.